Hello, I'm Candace Mills from the University of Texas at Dallas, and today I want to tell you about childrenhelpingscience.com. Have you ever wondered how your child thinks? Well, you can help us find out. Join families across the country helping researchers at childrenhelpingscience.com. Let me show you a video that we created to tell you a little bit more about this.
Help science without having to leave home. Researchers from universities around the world are putting activities for children from infants on up online at childrenhelpingscience.com. There, you'll find topics including how children of various ages think about objects, how they think about the social world, and much more. While your children are participating and learning something new, they're also helping scientists learn about how our minds work. Sign up today at childrenhelpingscience.com.
So let me tell you a little bit more about how this works. The first step is to visit our website, childrenhelpingscience.com. There, you will be able to scroll down to find study opportunities divided by age group. So you can click on the link for a child the same age as your child and find out about the available opportunities. Step 2, you can sign up for a study that fits your family. Each project is different, but most are video sessions that feel like fun games that you can schedule at your convenience. Every study is a bit different, but you'll click on links to find out more about studies that sound like they could be interesting to you and your family. There, you'll be able to see a short description about who the study is for, what the study is like, and then how to sign up. For some projects, you'll see a link at the bottom. This will take you to a website that describes the study and has opportunities for you to sign up. For other projects, you'll be able to scroll down and actually write down your information at the bottom of this page. Importantly, when you sign up expressing interest in a project, that doesn't commit you from having to be involved. The researchers will contact you, tell you a little bit more about the project, and then you can decide at that point if you want to participate. Step 3, you can participate in a study using your computer or mobile device from the comfort of your home. Few good things to keep in mind about this. Before you begin any study, you will be given a consent form that explains what the research involves. This will give you a sense of what your child will be doing, about how long it will take, any things that you should be aware of regarding security, or any questions you might have. Of course, you can ask questions to the researcher at any time. And it's also important to keep in mind that once you decide to have your child start to participate in a project, you can still change your mind at any time. So if you feel like it's not a good fit, that's okay. You can stop. Now, each study is a bit different. In some studies, you might have a baby who will sit in your lap while watching something simple on a screen, like an object moving up or down a ramp, or people showing different emotions on their faces. The researchers will record your baby's reaction, and that will tell them a bit more about how babies think. In other studies, your child will hear a researcher tell some simple stories and be asked questions about the stories. Every study is different, but all are designed to be like fun games for children. And they measure the way children respond to the games tells us important things about how they think about their worlds. Let me show you an example of what it's like to participate in this study. So in this next video, you'll see a child answering some questions that have to do with what kids understand about other people's perspectives. Can they track how someone's beliefs might change over time?
Here are two girls. Sally is in the yellow shirt and Anne is in the red shirt.
Here are both girls and both boxes.
Sally has a ball and she puts the ball in one of the boxes. Then Sally closes the box and leaves.
Anne moves the ball to the other box. When Sally comes back, where do you think she will look for her ball?
Blue or green?
Blue,
Great. Why do you think she will look there?
because she put the ball in the blue box.
So kids watch some things happening on a screen, they answer some questions from the experimenter, and they have a good time while that's happening. Participation really is that easy. Now, let me answer a few questions that sometimes come up from parents. One question people sometimes ask is, who will my child and I meet? when we do a study? Well, research team members can be from universities around the world. Every university is different, but I can tell you a little bit more about how this works. Usually in universities, there's research labs led by researchers like me. I'm Candace Mills. I'm a professor at the University of Texas at Dallas, and I lead a lab called the Think Lab. In my research lab, I have a lot of students, like Caitlin Sands, who is a doctoral student working on her PhD, and undergraduate students who are working on their honors projects. All students and all team members have been trained to work with children. They've been given permission by the university to work with children. They've been screened for lots of different things, and they are prepared to have fun working with your child in an online study. Can I learn the results of the research my child does? Yes, each study is different, but you can find out more about what the research study is about and how we're going to make sense of the findings by asking the researcher. Usually researchers will give you an overview of the project beforehand and tell you a little bit more about what they're looking for at the end. For a lot of our studies, I would say most, we are actually grouping kids together by age to understand more about how kids change over development. So we might create a graph like this, looking at 3-year-olds, comparing them to 4-year-olds on some sort of project. We're trying to understand how things change across development. So we may not be able to say anything specifically about how your child performed, but it's not about that. It's about helping us understand more about how kids think on average of a certain age range and how that changes over development. Every study is different, and you can ask your researcher to tell you more about it. They can tell you more about the publications that have resulted from it. They can give you whatever information that you have questions about. So why should you sign up for studies on childrenhelpingscience.com? Well, we can think of a few reasons. One is that this helps researchers understand more about how children think. The findings are used for science, for education, and for more. Every project is different and the goals can vary, but in some cases we're trying to design new curricula for children of certain ages. In others, we're trying to understand more about how language changes as kids develop and if there's certain sorts of interventions that might be helpful for them. Really, there's lots of questions that we're asking, but your participation helps us better answer those questions. Some studies offer certificates for the children or games for them to play or small prizes for participation. And the studies are fun. Kids often have fun participating in these research studies, and that gets us to our motto for childrenhelpingscience.com. It's fun for families, serious for science. We hope you consider helping out research by participating in this study. Thank you.